everyone, welcome back to Elfo Deco. Today we are going to be working with some eco-friendly resin, our TotalBoat Razzo, and we will be making some cute trays with these molds that I found on Amazon. Came in a set of 3 with this heart, this star, and this big circle that I don't think I have enough materials for. So we're going to focus on the star and the heart, and it has like a cute bubble rim, and I thought it would be perfect for this eco-friendly resin aesthetic. And so we're going to be doing a mix of marble and holographic effect for these trays. So let's get started. Here is a closer look at these trays. The rounded puffy rims are so cute. The rounded rims should also help highlight the hollow effect more as well. To create the hollow rims, we are going to brush on these hollow pigments from Solar Color Dust. We have the orange one that we will use for the heart and a lime green one that we will use for the star. The marble will be green and white for the star and orangey and white for the heart. We're going to try Jasmonite pigments with the TotalBoat Razzo because I have pretty large bottles of these. I want to see how a liquid pigment will work with our Razzo. Before we begin, use tape to pick up any dust or pieces that may have fell into the mold. I use blue painter's tape or packaging tape for this step. And then to dust the pigments, I use a regular paintbrush, nothing special, and I'm just brushing the pigments onto the mold. Make sure to get all around the sides as well for an even coating of the hollow effect. As I am dusting this, and now that the mold is kind of close up, you can sort of see the rainbow that the hollow pigment is making on the puffy rims. We just finished dusting the rim with our hollow lime green, and pigments sort of fly everywhere when we dust them onto the mold. So I'm just using tape to clean up the center to make sure that any dust that fell into the center is cleaned up. Now we will repeat the same dusting process for our heart tray. Now here is a close-up of the hollow effect for the heart tray. Look at all the rainbows. And now we have to clean up any of the dust that fell into the center of the mold. Time to prepare our Razzo mixture for the pour. We will be using these measuring cups to mix up the 2 colors for each tray. These cups are from TotalBoat and it came in the starter kit that I got for my Razzo. This is the liquid part for Razzo and it has all the instructions on the packaging, which makes it super convenient to work with. We are measuring 1 part of the liquid to 2 parts of the powder, and we're measuring by volume. The starter kit comes with these little measuring cups as well. I will link the starter kit in the description for you if you want to try out the Razzo. It literally has everything you need to get started. Before we mix in the powder component, we will mix our pigment to just the liquid part. That way we can get the most amount of work time for our pour. Once we mix the powder and liquid together, the 2 parts will start to react and start to cure. Mixing in the color and making any adjustments to make sure we have the right color that we want will cut into the work time, like how I had to add extra yellow to create the green closer to the lime green that we want. So we want to make sure we do this to just the liquid component, then it'll just be adding the powder and pouring. For the white mixture, I am adding some white Razzo pigment. It's a powder pigment, and the base color for Razzo seems to be white, so I'm never really sure if I need this extra pigment, but I use it just in case. Now we have both the colors we want for the green star tray mixed up, and it's time to add in our powder component. We used 1 little cup of liquid for each measuring cup, so for the powder, we will use 2 little cups into each measuring cup. The instructions said to mix for a minute or until smooth, so here's some real-time mixing, and then I will speed it up to save us some time. Unlike epoxy resin where you want to mix slow and steady because of microbubbles, I don't think it matters here because this material is an opaque material, and I have used an electric mixer for mixing eco-friendly resin before, so I think it should be fine as long as you're making sure that your mixture is completely mixed. As we're mixing up the white mixture, you can see that it's super thick, and this is what it is in real time. This is the thickness of the material, and I was told that we could add some water to thin it out if we need to get our desired consistency. So I am just adding regular tap water to the mixture to thin it out a little bit. For this step, I am adding the water a little bit at a time until I get the consistency that I want, because I can always add more, but I can't take it back out. So I don't want the ratio of the liquid to powder to be too off, so just a little bit of water at a time. I added some liquid to the green part as well, so the marbling will flow a little nicer. Now we're going to be using a 1/3 cup to create the marbling. For my marbles, I like to alternate the 2 colors and then pour into the mold. Now we are going to repeat the measuring and mixing process for the orange tray. I ran out of cups, so I have to use these wet wipes to clean off the cups, and normally I would just leave them to dry and harden. Then any of the extra Razzo can be used as chips for the terrazzo effect or in other projects, but I need these cups for the heart tray, so that's why I'm cleaning them off with this wet wipe. Now I think they're clean enough, and any of the residue in the white cup I will just reuse for the white color, so I think it should be okay. Let's repeat the process to create our heart tray. It's about 4 hours later and our trays are fully hardened. We can finally demold them. Before we do that, I just want to show you the dried Razzo that was left in the cups, and this is how I normally clean off the cups. The hardened pieces can be reused, so I like to let them just cure. Now let's start with demolding the star tray. Look at how cute this tray turned out. The hollow pigment around the rim makes it so sparkly, and I absolutely love the marble design with eco-friendly resin. The rounded edges for these trays also add some cuteness to this. I love this. Let's take a look at the heart. Oh, it looks like it has some bald spots with the pigment stuck to the mold. I think that usually happens because there's too much pigment in the area and the material doesn't fully get to it. I'll have to be more mindful next time. But the orange is so pretty, and you can sort of see the hollow as I move it around a bit. So, still turned out really cute. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed making these marble trays with me. I had a lot of fun working with the eco-friendly resin and this hollow pigment, creating these marble effects. And we still have a lot to learn with this material. If you've worked with eco-friendly resin, let me know your experience in the comments and any tips and tricks that you may want to share with me. I'm always open to learning. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know if there's anything you want to see next. I'll see you next time.